welcome back to my channel. My name is Emmy and I crochet amigurumi plushies. So if you like that kind of content, then you can stick around and hang out with me because this is going to be a weekly makes video, which I did not make a video last week. So it is going to be like a 2-week video of what I've made. The reason that I did not film last week was because I was sick and I'm actually still not feeling too great. Like my allergies are allergying today. But I figured I would get on and record a video and show you guys what I made. I have a lot of new makes and some new patterns that I just purchased, like the actual pattern, and I can't wait to show you guys. So here we go. Let's get into some of the patterns. So I completely forgot to mention, in the month of April, since it is Autism Awareness Month, and my son is on the autism spectrum, nonverbal, if anybody didn't know, I will be donating 10% of any of my purchases, let it be plushies, patterns, whatever, to the Autism Society of Mahoning Valley, which they are awesome. I will talk about them later on. I'm going to start with some of the smaller things. So I am going to start with an oldie but a goodie. And I think I showed these in the last video that I made too. This is Loops and Knots Crochet here on YouTube, her chicken pattern, and it's the revised chicken pattern, and she also has it updated on her Ribbler shop too. So I made 3 of this color, which this is in the Loops and Threads, or no, it's Big Twist, I've got it right here, Fluff, and it's in the color Mojave Desert, which is one of my favorite colors, like in all of their lines that they have. So I made 3 of those chickens, and I think I made 2 of them, and this is kind of a different looking one. I made 2 of them in I think this is Loops and Threads. Ombre Grande, I think is what it's called. And I think this color is called Mojave Desert too. Don't quote me on it, but I think that is what it's called. And I made 2 of them. So it is kind of like it turns different colors. Like this one I really like. You can see on this one, it kind of like turned into the lighter color, which I thought was pretty cool too. So I made 2 of those and 3 of the fluffy, I want to call it Fluffy Flex, the fluff. Okay, another small thing. I got my bag of makes here next to me. So you never realize how much you make until you actually like go through it. But anyway, along with the small stuff. So I made 3 little sea turtles, one with just a red shell, one with a purple shell, and one with a pink shell. These are actually going to be my pattern, and it will, when you guys see this video, it will be available on my Instagram for free, or on my Patreon too, also for free. So I will, and like always, I will link all of the patterns to all of these different things that I show you down and below in a Google Doc. But anyway, so I made 3 little sea turtles. Also, one of my patterns, I'll get my patterns out of the way first, like with the smaller stuff and then the bigger stuff too. I made another octopus. I guess that's not really all that exciting, but I did make another one of my little octopus. And I do have a video tutorial up here on YouTube as well. It's one of my one of my first videos, I think, that I ever put out. So I made a little octopus. What else? I made this little chubby axolotl, which is actually one of my patterns too. You can get this on my Ribbler, in my Ribbler shop. but I think I'm going to change how I do it. The way that I wrote the original pattern, I didn't have the little legs, but I think I'm going to make it with the little dangly legs. So I made one of these. And then now for new patterns that I have never made before, that are not my own. I love, if you've never heard of Poggy's Place, I love her patterns. I think her name is Kelly. I'm not quite sure if I named her correctly, but she has the cutest little patterns there ever were. So she has the little duck bundle. So I actually bought I think I bought the whole bundle, if I'm not mistaken. So I made a couple little, like these are supposed to be like with a rain hat. I think I did this one backwards, but still really, really cute. This one I think I did the correct way. So her little duck bundle, I'd highly recommend that you get these patterns. Because look at how cute. Like that's just a regular little duck. And I made 2 of those like with no hat on. And she's got like a mohawk and like just different hats you can put on them. And they're adorable. Like I made one with a bucket hat. Like how cute is that? This one's probably my favorite one. Besides the next one that I'm going to show you. A flower hat. So I made all of these. And I love these. These are like, I don't know. I just love them. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And they take no time. I made them all out of Premier Parfait plush in, oh, I don't know what the yellow's called. But the yellow, and then the beaks I kind of made out of like different yarns, like different orange yarns that I had. And then this is out of Burnout Blanket. It's a tad bit bigger, but it's not like extremely bigger than the Parfait plush. So anyway, I think I'm going to charge $8 for these. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not quite sure. If anybody has any recommendations for how much I should charge for them, let me know. But I think I'm going to charge $8 for them. I think the chickens I'm going to charge, I don't know yet, 12 to 15. And then my octopus, I think I'm going to start charging 10 for those and see if they sell. We'll see. And then the axolotl, I think I'm going to charge 10 for too. And then I think that was basically what I showed you. Okay, moving on. Still little makes that I made. This is also a free pattern, and I've been wanting to make it and I haven't made it, but the Cozy Buckeye here on YouTube, her name is April. She's so sweet, and she has some of the best patterns ever. I made her Felipe the frog, and I think she actually has a YouTube tutorial too. I can link it along with her Instagram post too. But look at how stinking cute these are. So I made 2 of them. And this is also out of Premier Parfait plush. I think in Seaweed Salad, I think this is what this color's called. But anyway, I made 2 of them. The last 2 smaller things that I've made for the past couple weeks, also here on YouTube, Stacy Makes, or Apple Tree Boutique, I think is what her shop is called. She came up with this largemouth bass pattern. Oh my god, I love this. Love this. So I actually made 3 of them, but my husband has one hanging in his car on his rearview mirror. I told him, I said, he likes to fish. So I was like, why don't you hang one on? He has this color. So also in Parfait, or Premier Parfait plush, I made these 2 largemouth bass. And I absolutely love these. I think these are so cute, and I hope that they sell. I don't know what I'm going to charge for them yet. I don't know. Probably $10 to $12, I think I'm going to charge for them. The little frogs, I don't know what I'm going to charge for them either. I might charge $8 and see where it takes me on that. We'll see. Okay, so now into some bigger stuff. Let me start with sticking on the same designer. Stacy Makes. She came out with her Pint Size Pals, which I absolutely love these patterns too. Highly recommend. I think you should go out and get them. I think they're adorable. They're cute. They're chubby. I think that they're just so cute. So anyway, she came out with a lamb, her pint-sized lamb, which I made. And she also came out with a pint-sized mouse. So I will also make that as well. But I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I made one of her pint-sized lambs. Just out of, the white is burlap blanket. The black is Premier Basics Chanel. So I made that. Okay. And the next one that I made that isn't one of my designs. I have been on a pattern designing frenzy since I was sick. I was actually able, when I wasn't sleeping, I made from, I believe this designer is May Made Co. or Company Limited, something like that. I have been eyeballing these patterns and I finally got to make, she just came out with like, I bought the whole bundle because I thought that they were really cute, like a fantasy bundle. And it comes with like the little flower baby, it comes with a unicorn, a dragon, and a dinosaur, I believe. I think that's all that in the flower baby. So I bought that whole bundle because I just thought that they were adorable. So this is one of the flower babies. And I think this one's called Willa. So cute. I also made this out of Premier Parfait plush. But the little hair is, and I think the leaves are Loops and Threads. Sweet Snuggles Light. I can't think. I'm not thinking today. But anyway, she turned out adorable and I embroidered the eyes on her. I don't know what I'm going to charge for this yet. I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking like 30, but we'll see. Anyway, so I made that. Next up are all of my patterns. So I have come up with a couple different patterns in these past 2 weeks. Well, you know what? I guess I'll show you the older ones first, the ones that I've showed you before. And I mean, I've kind of designed some of these before these past couple weeks, but I've made a couple and I just wanted to show you guys. So first of all, I'll show you this one. This is Atlas the Axolotl. I've showed them before. It is finally out of testing and it is now available. The pattern is now available for him. But I just wanted to show you, I made it out of, this is the Loops and Threads Cuddle Craft yarn, I believe is what it's called, in the green and the blue. And then I just used Little Bunny as the trim around the gills. So, or the head fins, whatever you want to call them. But this pattern is now out and you can get it on my Ko-fi shop, my Etsy, my Patreon, wherever you want to buy it. My Ribbler. So anyway, there's that one. And then this week I have a tester call. Probably when you're seeing this, the tester call will be out for my little teddy bear. And this is Harley, and I think that I have showed you the bigger one that I had. This one is made out of Big Twist Cozy Cup. So I made one of these, also very, very cute. I don't know when I'm going to release this pattern, probably sometime this month. But there is that one, and it's also weighted. I put some weighted beads in it. So it is a little weighted plushie. Okay, so I have been pattern designing, and like I said, I don't know when this one is going to come out either. But part of the Cuddle series, I made a little dog. And I just love it. It's like it's supposed to be like a wiener dog, I guess. Kind of more like a wiener dog. And I think I'm going to name this one Jake. Because my aunt who passed away, she had a wiener dog named Jake. So this is in her honor and in Jake's honor. I am going to name this Jake the dog. I made it out of Big Twist Posh. I think this color is chocolate, and then this might be Cozy Cub, in that light brown. But anyway, I made one of these, and I don't know when I'm going to have a tester call for this pattern. Sometime. Maybe this month, maybe it probably might not be until May. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so I made one of these adorable wiener dogs. Also on my pattern designing kick, I needed to make a bigger cow for my Cuddle series. Now I have smaller cows. I have my Fred the mini cow, and I have a little bit of a bigger cow too. But also staying on the Cuddle series, I made a little Highland, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to name this one yet. But I made a little Highland cow. And this is out of Big Twist Posh / Cozy Cub, I think. I know the orangey color is Cozy Cub. And then this is just a faux fur yarn from Michaels. Super adorable. I don't know what I'm going to name this one yet. And I also made out of burlap blanket, and then the hoof color is Loops and Threads Ombre Grande Ombre. I made this bigger cow. Now, I put little nostrils on this cow, and I don't think I'm going to keep them that way. I don't like how it looks. Or I might have to just change where the nostrils are at. I don't know. But I made this big squishy cow. And that is just, like I said, out of burlap blanket. And we will get to those sometime soon. But I figured I'd show them off because I made them. I also designed another cow. Now, I have a standing, I think in my last video, I showed you the standing bunny pattern that is actually free on my Instagram. Now, this one's not going to be free, but it's still really, really cute. And, you know, I thought I needed it too. So my bunny is in overalls, but I made a cow to go with the bunny. And I think this one's name is going to be Callie the cow. So it's a standing pattern, and I absolutely love it. Now, she is not no-sew. You sew on the ears, you sew on the little nose. But super simple, super easy. Now, these look bigger because I made these out of the Loops and Threads Ombre Grande and Premier Basics Chanel. But they're actually not, like, if this was made in any smaller yard, it's going to be it's going to be small. I made 2 of them. So I made an overall style too, which is very similar to my bunny. This one's out of burlap. This one's made with all burlap blanket. But they're cute. I mean, I just thought that those were really cute. These are actually in testing right now on my Ribbler. So this pattern will actually be available. I think I have it like in my mind, I'm going to have it ready for April 13th to come out. So if you're interested, April 13th, this pattern will come out. And it'll be kind of a cheaper, like not as expensive as my other ones because it's not as, you know, I guess in depth. But I also want to make like, I want to try to make an elephant. I want to make a cuddle elephant is one of my next ones. Like I'm trying to brainstorm. And I think I'm going to make like a standing elephant too. But super cute, super easy. Pattern coming soon. I've been wanting to do a pattern like this for a while. And I'm trying to like cut this video down a little bit so that it's not as long as what they usually are. I'm going to try to keep my videos under 20 minutes, but I could probably talk about this pattern forever. So I think that this one might be one of my next ones that I test. Now this is a prototype. He's still really, really cute, but I did change the body and I'm making another one today to see what if I like the different body style. I'm not saying that this body style was bad, but I did change it up a lot. I changed it up a lot. So I made a capybara. Also need a name. So if you have any name suggestions, please leave them down below. I am going to put this into testing soon. I don't know when. You're just going to have to bear with me, but any name suggestions, let me know. Put a comment. Be capybara pattern. And he has on an orange bonnet, which I thought was so cute. So it's like a sitting capybara. Anyway, I made him with an orange bonnet. I also made another one. Now this one is probably the body style that I'm going to go with. This one I made out of Premier Parfait Plush. And then the bonnet, I believe, is Elise Voluto. All with a 5.5 millimeter hook. This one, I think, is going to be the body style that I go with. I attached the legs a little differently and I made them a little differently. So I think I like the way that they look better. But he has a little strawberry bonnet on. I love this. This is probably one of my favorite designs that I've ever made. And right now I'm making one out of burnout blanket with this body style, and we're going to see how it goes. Now, I don't know what kind of bonnet I'm going to give him. I think I'm going to give him a blueberry bonnet. So I think I'm going to make an orange one, like an orange variation, a strawberry variation, and a blueberry. So we'll see. But look at how, I mean, I love this. Anyway, coming to testing soon. But the next tester call is going to be on my teddy bear. I think I'm going to put this one up next. I might run them at the same time. So if you are interested, you can always follow me on Instagram or Ribbler. A lot of the times I will do my pattern test over on Ribbler because I can find a lot more pattern testers over there and a lot more people are willing to, you know what I mean? They see my post over there. But anyway, I designed that pattern. So I absolutely love these. I think that these are something that I've needed to make for a long time. But anyway, so that's it. I have nothing else to show you guys. That is my 2-week-long makes that I had when I was sick. I did make a lot of stuff. I hope that I see you guys in the next one, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.